Clockwork!
Alliance's turn to pick.
What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Epicenter Qualifiers. This is lower bracket, Empire going up against Team Alliance. Game 2, Game 1 was won, or should I say destroyed by Empire as they wrecked Alliance all the way into the second game. It was absolutely brutal. It's definitely one of those games that you would rather forget happened, and this is weird. God. I'm like, Clark's going to be your caster for game and the next if there is a next. But Alliance, I'm concerned with the start. I made my concerns very clear in the last game, where Magnus and Ogre Magi is kind of putting all your chips on one hero, putting all your eggs in one basket. And well, it didn't work last game. They got destroyed. So you know what you do when you get destroyed with a certain draft? You go ahead and draft it again on the same side. What? Why? Did Hanskin draft last game too, or did someone else do it? I don't know. Maybe Hanskin's like, yo, whoever drafted last game, just shut up. Give me the captain spot. I'll do it. This is how you make a draft happen. Maybe that happened. Maybe just like, yo, I'm gonna run it back because I think this is a winner. Either way, I'm not convinced that this is the way to go. Like, even if this is Alliance's comfort zone, even if they have like the most broken strat to end all strats, it didn't work the first time. You gotta try something new. The fact that they're going for this again is quite frankly a little bit troublesome. Now for Empire, they're not gonna run a similar global strat. They're gonna have still a very high initiation range with this Clockwork, but they'll pick up a Terrorblade, and that's definitely something that is gonna keep them a little bit more so grounded in those lanes for Empire, and will give Alliance a much better shot to you know, have a win across the lanes. But still, I'm not sure about this. I mean, that last draft was also Empire securing their Nature's Prophet pick, and with that Spirit Breaker just being able to global teleport everywhere, and Alliance had no answers at all to that aggressive rotation from Empire. Now it was rotation on a global scale, but it was still aggressive rotations. Empire are known to make aggressive rotations, and they make some really weird bans as well. Tinker and Coddle banned out says to me that Empire just want to push. They want to do nothing else but push. Because, you know, they previously banned out Troll Warlord, and I think it was Ursa against the Ogre Magi Magnus opening of Alliance. And that not being the case this time means that Troll Warlord is the pick here for Alliance, and they're able to get debatably the best hero to have with a Magnus and Ogre Magi. So Alliance are definitely in a pretty decent spot here, but they should know what's coming. I mean, you don't, as Team Empire, ban out Coddle and Tinker if you don't have plans of busting up high ground very, very quickly. They already have the Terrorblade for that. However, the tower hitters over in mid, SF and TA, are both already banned out, which is a little bit awkward. Those are definitely the type of heroes you want. Winter Wyvern will give them quite a bit, actually. It's not really going to be a tower destroyer. Obviously, Winter Wyvern just doesn't do that. But this is going to be a really good answer to that Troll Warlord. Again, like Troll Warlord, very powerful with the cleave and with this Ogre Magi steroid. But if you're able to curse either the Troll or his allies with the Troll caught in the curse, that is going to be a dead hero. Like, Troll Warlord will tear his allies a new one. It's not even going to be funny. It's going to be a little bit funny for me. Like, I love seeing the Winter Wyvern picked up because it's such a niche hero. Whenever it's picked up, it seems like it's the perfect hero. If it's, you know, if it's anything but the perfect hero, just the weaknesses of the hero shine too much, and it kind of is a lukewarm performance. Empire pick up the Axe for even more aggression, and that's going to mess with the lanes a little bit. Winter Wyvern definitely support in every single game ever. And then we're going to have a Clockwork support too, it looks like. Empire will expect this Magnus to go into a solo lane, and they will try their darndest to make sure the Axe is matched up against that Magnus. That will just destroy the Magnus's lane. Can't get close to CS, and power is irrelevant when you have to be wary of the calls and the counter helixes.
Dire team pick.
Alliance will have Crystal Maiden and Ogre Magi, a much more aggressive support duo. But still, they are not really a team that is looking to play aggressively early on. So though these supports do have the tools necessary in order to get these early game kills and make these earlier game rotations happen, it's to just to an end to farm the Troll Warlord and farm this this last hero, most likely going towards mid for Limp.
Reserve time.
Empire, they have to make their mid commitment first. Alina seems like one of the safer heroes. Tower damage is not irrelevant on her. But this does look like a game where Empire may be looking for a little bit of a more aggressive strat than that. A Death Prophet, perhaps, for even more pushing power. Because right now, this Tinker and Keeper of the Light ban are looking fairly weak for Team Empire. Like, yeah, sure, Alliance may have been able to pick that up, and the Tinker especially has a really good matchup versus the Terrorblade. Be able to blind him and just dump damage into the hero. But at the cost of a Troll Warlord pick for Alliance, that is really expensive for Empire if they don't plan on pushing aggressively. So they should still have that as their #1 plan. Storm Spirit instead. Empire definitely hit the brakes here. And though I will say that, yeah, I like the Tinker ban. I don't like the Coddle ban after all said and done. This just letting, if it was Tinker Troll Warlord ban for Team Empire, I'd be a lot more on board with that. But Alliance have yeah, initiation range to worry about for sure. Storm, Axe, and Clockwork all will be able to initiate out of range. The lockdown from Empire is, I would say, high enough so that this Troll Warlord, this all-in on the Troll strat, is something that Empire can answer pretty reliably. This is a chance, though, for Alliance to get a good hero for Limp matching up versus that Storm Spirit. A Winter Wyvern Clockwork support duo, they can gank mid, but it will require that mid lane hero to probably be in river and without that much vision. So like a smoke from a Winter Wyvern and Clockwork can get the kill, but it's really tough. And Storm Spirit is a risky pick for Empire because he typically has more bad matchups than some of the other mid lane heroes, especially when going up against an Ogre Magi and a Crystal Maiden, and now an OD. This mid lane is going to be really, really hard for FN. It was kind of difficult for him in the last game as well. But this game is going to be damn near impossible, man. OD versus Storm, great for the OD. With the CM and Ogre Magi makes it even better. And OD actually has some sort of protection up against the Winter Wyvern. Like, if you do get hit with a little bit of slow, if you get caught in the battery assault, you just put him in a bubble and walk away. And the Cogs is a different story, but you would expect Limp to have much better. And I am actually fairly surprised that that Empire aren't able to pressure this draft of Alliance as much as they would really like. And Alliance are, you know, with the same opening, have a much different game plan and have a draft that is, I would say, much more likely to succeed in the second game. So you know, maybe this is going to be how that last game was supposed to be for Alliance. This is, keep in mind, guys, lower bracket games. If Alliance lose this one, they're out. If Empire lose this one, we're on to a game 3. Vega Singularity, the Vega/Singularity, the possible next opponents for either of these two teams. You know, Winter Wyvern, excited to see her back into action. She has such a great matchup versus Troll and OD. As long as their positioning is good. Winter Wyvern support is just one of those heroes. Sometimes you see mediocre the entire game, other times you seem like the most broken hero in Dota. Able to save your allies from guaranteed death. Able to straight kill off an enemy with your ultimate. Point click, you're dead. I mean, Lena, eat your heart out, right? Winter Wyvern can sometimes do it. We'll see how these lanes are going to break down here for the Empire side. It is going to be a much more standard laning phase for them. Outside of this this Clockwork, though. This Clockwork is slightly abnormal. But I would say, you know, still normal enough for Empire. Empire really, really hoping for this mag matchup for Ghost Stick. It's not going to be the case. Foolish for Alliance to try to offensive tri-lane this. So the Axe will just go towards the bottom lane for right now, at least. Ghost Stick is moving. Chappie isn't really moving, though, so it looks like, yeah, the Axe can chill. Or is he? Did I just make Ghost Stick move by saying he won't move? He can jungle, I suppose, but there's no real reason for him to do that. Yeah, he's just patrolling. Okay. They see me patrolling and they hate it. Miposhka is going to be on the roam. Clockwork. Boots first on him. Just looking for that battery assault and that cog value early on. King R is on the Winter Wyvern. Chappie handling that TB over towards mid. It's FN. Played a mean TA last game. We'll see if he's able to come back from a bad matchup in this one. Ghost Stick is on the act on the Alliance side. EGM playing the Crystal Maidens. Got that Snowman Frostbite. Loda is handling the Troll Warlord. Over in mid lane, Limp is on the OD. Helped out by Hanskin's Ogre Magi out towards top. Already we have a little bit of a brawl. Jonas and Fan Magnus picking a fight with Chappie, knowing that the damage trade may not favor him. He's just trying to bait out that Metamorphosis. Picking a fight with a hero that has 11 armor and a poor man's shield. Not really sure if that's in his best interests, but he will be able to get a lot of experience from this lane at the bare minimum. And the amount of pressure that Empire can apply with these two heroes, not nearly enough to say it's going to be a convincing win. Well, Poshka, he's going to catch EGM in the battery assault and then kind of second guess his positioning. Still will find EGM with the battery assault again. Double spin from Ghost Stick. And Poshka trying to distract away so that Ghost Stick can disengage a little bit. Now stuck in the trees, no battery assault. As much damage as battery assault does, it only really is a useful spell if you're connecting it onto one target. In this lane, that one target like almost has to be that CM. You're never going to kill an Ogre Magi with that. Offensive dual lane here from Empire is kind of risky. It will keep EGM in lane, so this Crystal Maiden is not jungling. But she is, heroes, as long as she's careful, probably going to get a steady stream of experience. The only thing she has to be scared of is going into the trees and then getting caught with Miposhka's battery assault. This bottom lane is definitely going to be very action heavy as Miposhka going to find EGM in the woods. A little Fire Blast the axe first. Battery Assault going to slow down EGM a little bit, but it's not going to be enough to save Ghost Stick. Right clicks will get the kill, and this Battery Assault is just not doing enough. Now hit with the Orb of Venom. Miposhka, Battery Assault getting him a little bit of space ahead of Hanskin, but still, the Fire Blast is there. Right clicks will get the Ogre a double. EGM's taking creep shots the entire time, but this CM is more than okay. No range spells from this act. He's only level 1. He'll drop down to half HP upon his arrival in Alliance. Start this laning phase off at a quick 2-0 win on the bottom lane. Quick sweep of the other lanes before we go back to bottom. Top lane expect to be pretty safe for the Magnus. There's really no way for this top lane of Empire to kill off a Magnus pretty much ever, unless they make a rotation with one of their other heroes. That Skewer is just going to keep him safe the entire time. And FN, not having to worry about CM or Ogre Magi, though he does have an unfavorable matchup versus the OD. It's not like it's not going to be a crippling matchup for him. It's going to be a matchup where he expects to fall slightly behind in CS, but is able to recover, assuming, again, no rotations from the CM and the Ogre Magi. So I don't expect there to be much action in those lanes. All the action should be on bottom. Ghost Stick is now going to find himself very quick level 3. Clockwork level 2. Finds an Invis rune. Supports forced to base for EGM and Hanskin. Giving a lot of time off the lane there. And this matchup of Axe versus Troll Warlord is really great for the Axe if it is, for whatever reason, going to stay like that. Obviously it's not, so the supports are coming back. But Alliance are doing a much better job in this game. Still with this kind of late game backup plan of Bloodlust and Empower. Oh, Chappie and King R are doing so much damage to Jonas and Fan. But again, not going to get the kill pretty much ever. Unless a mistake is made. Yeah, Magnus with the free Shockwave, just trying to get to those Arcane Boots. Does have that CM aura working for him as well. Shockwave spam just to clear the waves. Pretty easy for him to navigate through that top lane. You can see the OD now. With this lane advantage, he's going to have an empty lane. So FN is going to decide to go into the jungle. Get a couple of CS there. Like, there's a big difference between fighting the lane with a creep wave here as opposed to a creep wave here when you're expecting a CM and an Ogre Magi. They'll abandon this bottom lane for right now. Poshka gonna find a double damage rune. If he runs into a CM, that's a kill. But CM and Ogre are going to skirt the distance with the smoke. No real valuable intel there. Miposhka is going to wander into the lane just to get experience, but smoke will blow. FN. Pings are out from everyone. Will be unsuccessful. Now Miposhka going to circle back around. Still picking a 2v1 right now. Cogs are going to be used to trap in the Ogre Magi, but he has enough time to beat himself out of here. And the battery assault was not actually used even. It was just the Cogs. And not exactly a lot of damage, just Cogs there now. So Clockwork, yeah, he'll survive, but take a lot of damage for pretty much free. This is going to be how the game 1 was supposed to be for Alliance, with lanes that are actually manageable. And yeah, they may not have like the perfect answers, like they are a little bit initiation light in the later stage of the game. They do have to respect this winter. They're finding a lot more success in this game than the last. So this game will actually, I would say, be a real game. Empire with these supports just don't have enough game versus Alliance. And Chappie taking 2 shockwaves up towards top lane, pretty much already dead. And Shockwave does an average amount of damage, but still, man, just landing shockwave to shockwave. It's a lot of magic damage for a Terrorblade who doesn't really have that much in the way of regeneration. Is going to, whoa, this courier has a lot of stuff. He's gonna get some deliveries just to continue to stick in that lane. But King R, his abandoned ship, he's gonna try to take over mid. FN says, screw mid lane, man. I don't want to go up against OD. Just gonna try to farm the jungle. So Alliance are getting 3 lanes worth of farm. Empire only really getting 1. It's a really good game state for Alliance to be in, where Jonas Fan is, you know, happy on towards top. Slowing down Chappie a little bit as well, though he will run into Miposhka. Did he see him? I'm not sure if he saw him poke her out the tree like that. Looked like he did. Bottom lane, Ghost Stick is going to return. He was jungling for a little bit, as was FN, and FN looks like teleporting back into the jungle. Just completely abandoning the mid lane. An absolutely terrible situation for any team to be in where they are forced to do that. Yonasapan is going to skewer back the Clockwork. Caught in the Cogs now. Metamorph is there. Yonasapan going to get some help from a TP. Cog pushed back with the right clicks from the Terrorblade. So much damage. We'll get the kill. EGM shows up for a Frostbite, luckily for him. Nothing that Empire can do versus the CM, but it will still be a kill for Empire, getting themselves on the board. Nice kill for Terrorblade for sure. Actually using that Metamorphosis. As a Terrorblade, you kind of want to use Metamorphosis whenever it's available to you. You want it to be cooling down as much as you can. Just to get the kill, shove the wave in a little bit faster. I doubt he's going to apply any pressure to the tower. Shockwaves once again back in from Mag. This game is a little bit troubling if you're an Empire fan. King R has been able to just get some clean experience, as pretty much all Winter Wyverns just want to do. If you look at the Clockwork, he's done very little. You'll find Hanskin in the jungle. Rune going to be respawning here for Hanskin. He's going to give him regen, not really do anything. Battery Assault will do a lot of damage here, and this is the power of Clockwork support, because he can do damage like that. But in a 1v4 situation, he does not have much game. And Loda will come in, one right click, secure the Clockwork kill. Easy peasy.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
This Clockwork support really, it only works if he's teamed up with someone who has a slow or a stun.
Stupendous.
Like if he teamed up with King R, and if he found like an angle on Loda, like right now, if they went in at this moment, then between the burn and the battery assault, it'll be a really easy kill. Like they're able to do that to pretty much everyone. But seeing as though these two heroes have yet to really team up, and as I say that, they team up, the Clockwork just by himself can't really do that much. And Axe to help out is not the hero that you want, because Axe has no way of getting that long range slow. Battle Hunger is not exactly what I would call an impressive crowd control spell. They really do need long range disable to start things off. They also need to save Ghost Stick right now. There's an Embrace. Give Ghost Stick a little bit of extra gas here. Miposhka going to teleport back in towards bottom. They'll slow down the CM and the Ogre. Splinter Blast into EGM going to slow them down even further. Call is not going to happen, although he will get the dunk out. Ghost Stick will take a lot of damage from Loda. with the Culling Blade movement speed, though, will get out to the side 5. Naposhka? Probably not. I'm not really sure how a Clockwork is supposed to get out of here. Just run, man. Run and hope that that axe doesn't kill you. Well, it killed him. It's a 1-for-1 exchange. They lose a Clockwork, gain a CM. It's a relatively even exchange for both sides, honestly. But this axe, we can see, is just off to such a slow start. And that's just the risk of having an axe with no way of getting into the middle of things. There's a good rotation from the OD as well to guarantee that kill. And he's working with the Hand of Midas. If you're ever, guys, in a lane where you're up against nobody, Hand of Midas is a pretty good item to have. FN has returned, but the Storm Spirit really doesn't want to be playing the game. He wants to be playing a very different game here. Just farm up the jungle, avoid confrontation. He's been successful in doing so. Still is fairly competitive in the net worth, but is drastically behind the OD just because of this bad matchup. Again, the power that Storm Spirit gives in the way of initiation may just not be what Empire needs, seeing as though this mid lane was the last selection for both sides. The Storm Spirit could have been a Lina, could have been a Puck. Puck may be a little bit damage light, but it could have been a hero that actually would have had a decent shot in this matchup. Instead, this Storm Spirit is going to completely abandon ship. Top lane, Loda makes a rotation. Up towards top lane, will Berserk it down. Forever maxed out. This does so much damage. It's actually insane. And Empire will concede a lot of space around the map, trying to get a little bit of farm here and there. Hey, this is something we haven't seen in a long time. Axe using the heal from the Winter Wyvern to farm Ancients. It's been a while since I've seen Axe and Winter Wyvern on the same team. Ghost Stick, careful, bro. King R, level 3, Splinter Blast, level 6 on the way soon. Winter Wyvern is still getting a lot of experience, but and the Crystal Maiden Ogre Magi. This experience gain for Empire is actually insane, considering how much they've sacrificed in their lanes. Ghost Stick almost has a Blink Dagger as well. I'm rather impressed by how Empire are able to stay so competitive in farm versus Alliance, despite only really being in one lane. Like, Axe is a freaking Blink Dagger, 12 minutes in. It's like he was demolishing his lane. Obviously he wasn't, but this Blink Dagger is huge. Obviously, Blink Dagger on Axe is always going to be a really big item pickup. When you're behind as the Storm Spirit, it's really, really hard to come back in unless you get a lot of time to farm. And Storm Spirit with the Remnant can farm pretty quickly. But it's so much easier for the Storm Spirit to make his return in the game if he has someone else do the initiation for him. Have a hook shot do it, have a Blink Axe do it. And then you're the kind of secondary or even tertiary initiator, FN. Just try to pick off the supports once you find them. Ghost Stick has a shiny new toy, and Loda, EGM, Hanskin are all going to feel it. Gets hit first bash though. Now they're freezing field, and EGM will get cursed up. And Loda's going to lay into his friendly CM. Poor CM, never saw it coming. And now here comes secondary initiation from the Storm Spirit onto Loda. This troll needs some help, but will fall quickly. And the dunk will kill off Hanskin. It's an easy 3-kill, 4-kill actually, as Miposhka. Are you serious, dude? Will kill off Yono-Senpan solo on top. And just like that, the game is turned around. Oh, TP coming in from the Ogre Magi. Not sure if that's the best move, although he has some backup from Limp. And he has more backup coming in from the CM. They will take down the Axe fairly quickly. Tower still taking a lot of damage here. Chappie will take it down and will disengage towards the north. Hanskin giving chase, although we'll get fogged a little bit there. Can't ignite. And up towards top, FN will slide out of there as well. So they do end up losing the Axe, but that is a spectacular going off your Blink Dagger. And shows off really the flexibility that Empire have in that initiation. That was even like a botched initiation, I would say, from the Axe. He jumped in, couldn't call because Loda just happened to hit him with the bash, and then takes a full freezing field. Even with that, Empire able to kind of just use that Axe, that element of surprise, to get into position, and then jump on the softer heroes and really just split them up. They end up killing Loda, and again, Clockwork somehow, I don't know how, kills off a Magnus 1v1. I mean, sure, man, whatever you want, you do you. He just has maxed out battery assault, so I guess Magnus probably overcommitted in that engagement for whatever reason. But win is a win for Empire. A win will probably be a win for Alliance now as they go towards Roche. Battle Trance, Fervor, and Miposhka. He's going to see EGM, which will prompt Alliance into some sort of answer here. The illusion's going to be destroyed. They know exactly what's going on, but can they do anything about this? Seems like no. It's a little bit too late. Shot in is going to get Miposhka into this engagement. Takes a freezing field to the base, but grabs the Aegis. Where's the rest of Empire? They're coming in. Curse now onto the OD. Troll Warlord can do so much damage to his friend. Set up for a two-man call. RP whip from Jonas Fan off to the side. Will not save the OD nor the Troll. And Hanskin also will fall. Oh my god, Miposhka. Somebody stop this man. Hookshot to steal the Aegis. And then the rest of the team has all the time in the world to set up, seeing as though they have free vision. And a good 4 or 5 seconds where Clockwork is just waiting to respawn. Not sure what happened to the Magnus there. He couldn't get in. Something must have hit him and canceled that blink. Not sure what that was though, but man. At least Alliance kill off Roche, right? Yeah, Miposhka snatched the Aegis to the Immortal. So Alliance kill off Roshan, get the gold, get the cash. But immediately give it back to Empire since they lose two heroes that they really can't afford to lose in that OD. And we can already see this Winter Wyvern showing up to this game. Point click ultimate. That one ultimate from the Winter Wyvern did about half the OD's health pool worth of damage. More importantly, kept those two heroes close to one another so that Axe can get the jump in afterwards. And this is the potential power of Winter Wyvern. Of course, it is just potential power. Don't see fights like that happen from the Winter Wyvern all the time. When they do happen, man, are they glorious.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Posha going for Animitis. Does have a hook shot, but over in mid, trouble brewing. Loda still, this Vlad's in power, Bloodlust. Absolute powerhouse, Ghost Stick, and look to distract away. This thing get a little bit of chip damage on this Troll Warlord. It will not save the tower, but it'll just buy them a little bit of time. That time is shoving bottom lane. With this Terrorblade, who's working with now most farm in the game. Clockwork was getting some valuable gold up towards top lane. That's his Midas. I would expect Midas Blade Mail for Clockwork. Force Staff is okay up against Alliance. But hey, Clockwork 17 minutes in. Support Clockwork at that. With the Hand of Midas is a pretty reasonable amount of farm. Especially since his early game was so slow. Looks like that's going to be the only Midas for the team. Wow, FN, off of those back-to-back team fight wins. Pure jungling Storm Spirit, it seems. Now with the Bloodstone. Again, this was a glacially slow start from FN, but much like in the last game, gets bullied out of lane. And then is able to recover just by handling the fights very well with the team. That's what I was talking about, like a Blink Axe, a Clockwork to initiate. I mean, the Storm Spirit can play the very flexible, very slow initiation game. You're saying, okay, you guys can go on the Troll, I'll wait for the CM, or I'll wait for the Magnus. Gives the Storm Spirit so many options. And out the Bloodstone, that extra health, that extra mana regeneration. Options will be steadily coming in for the Storms. Whereas for Alliance, well, this positioning is kind of concerning for them. Not because they're in any danger necessarily. Although as I say that, Ghost Stick is going to wander in. It's because they are starting already to group up around Loda and protect his farm. And usually don't really want to do that for a couple more minutes at least. Like 25 minutes, 30. Yeah, you're going to be more okay doing that. This early on in the game, you should still feel comfortable wandering around the map on a solo hero basis and kind of greedily getting farm. But that is not happening right now. And if they group up like this for long, they will just slowly but surely start to fall behind in this game. Now getting a smoke kill, that will kind of counter that. King R, spotted by an Observer Ward, will place an Observer to see Hanskin, and the missile won't see anything from the Clockwork. But King R will just fly away, easy peasy. Sentry dropped. There we go. Kill that Observer Ward, got him. Me Ogre, me D-Ward. Over in the side though, EGM, caught by Miposhka, super dead CM. Not even sure if FN was forced to ball lightning that much to get that kill. Can they find anyone else? King R wants to curse someone. Can't find a target. Alliance will wander in and get their CM picked off. Chappie with the ultimate. It is an ultimate, right? Metamorphosis. With the Metamorphosis transformation, we'll take down the tower. Honestly, this is like his ultimate. Terrorblade is the only hero that gets ultimate at level 1, guys. Confirmed. Like, who cares about Sunder? It's all about that Metamorphosis. The map is closing in on Alliance. Even with such a great start, not handling these fights well enough. And Loda, he is, at least in theory, able to power farm very quickly. Not easy to do in practice if he's always going to be jumped and killed off first in the team fights.
Haste.
And all the farm that he gets, remember, is going to be returned back in towards Alliance should a Winter's Curse land. Looks like a fight is brewing. But the north side is going to find EGM along with FN. CM again. Blown to hell before anything else can happen from Alliance. Now King R tags Loda with the burn. Do a little bit of damage here and then fly away. Alliance get their free pick off. They once again keep Alliance scared, and Empire are able to farm up in the downtime. It's Hanamitis ticking away for Clockwork. Actually gonna go for a Solar Crest. Don't mind that item one bit. I mean, it's this day and age in this patch. Who can say no to Solar Crest? OD really doesn't want to get an MKB though. Might get a Bloodthorn to help against that evasion. But if you apply that to Loda, very easily tear him down. Apply that to whoever's hit with the curse, just to make Loda kill them faster. Some next level stuff with this Solar Crest build up from the Clockwork. That would actually be pretty sweet. It's like you curse Loda and Limp, and then you shine Limp, so that Loda kills Limp faster. Your own allies will be turned against you. Smoke up from Alliance. We'll find nothing but illusions. They saw so many illusions, but no real heroes. Not a single one. And while this is happening, yes, Loda is pushing, but so is FN. Loda will tear down that tower. Easy peasy. The rest of Alliance rallying behind their troll. The rest of Alliance also not getting that much farm in the downtime. If Mag had a Hanamitis here, I'd be a little more okay with this. At least Limp has his. Loda does seem like he's the only hero getting farm. Once these towers fall, the income is pretty much going to stop completely for the troll, for the ogre rather, and for this CM. Mid lane being pushed by illusions. FN was able to take down top tier 2. So it is so far a 1-for-1 tower exchange. King R with the Splinter Blast able to clear the creep wave and force Alliance back. And it is going to be a gold exchange that vastly favors Empire. Not only is it a tier 2 for a tier 1, but it's also the rest of Empire farming in the meantime, where Alliance were just hiding in the trees, just waiting for someone to jump on. So much like last game, Empire are getting farm on their heroes, whereas Alliance are forced to 5-man. Man, these flares from the Clockwork. It's so like easy for me to discount what this Clockwork is doing with those flares, just because I have global map vision. But that's like the 5th or 6th almost consecutive flare that has scouted out someone from Alliance. And every single time you scout out someone from Alliance, that's just Storm Spirit breathing a little bit easier. It means he can more aggressively split push out the waves. Same thing for the Terrorblade, same thing for the Axe. So much extra vision. Again, opening so many additional options for the Empire side. Another flare, another ping from Clockwork. He knows exactly where Alliance are. We could see immediately Ghost Tick in the wave bottom, shoving it out. And they do know about this Roshan as well. Miposhka already showed up once in this fight. Bash onto this troll. Miposhka had a clean hook shot, not going to take it. Really doesn't have the backup just yet. Slowly incoming for Chappie and FN. But the bottom lane, we could see that line drawn by someone. I think it was that was FN. Hey guys, this bottom wave is pushing. Chappie's going to send another illusion towards that bottom lane. May or may not get there in time to significantly push it. But either way, just add more momentum. Add some sort of distraction here for Alliance. Keep them away from Roche. Even though Empire do have a lot of game in the Roche pit, this is something that Alliance can do much better than Empire. Assuming they land an RP. Assuming they don't get the CM picked off first thing. They're so incredibly strong, these close quarters alliance. They will go to town onto Roche. With Loda having that Vlad's, he is the only one needed here. Although Clockwork, he messed up and hit Battery Assault. Still might get a chance to use it. This really takes long if they can stall him up. Reflection? To give them a Troll Illusion. That doesn't do a lot. But it is just buying time for the Battery Assault. There it is. Another Illusion going to be sent in. OD not going to clear this one. And off in the backside, they're going to try to pressure the OD very early on. FN is going to dodge the RP. No, it's actually held by Jonas and Fan. Never mind. He is still going to distract away, pull out a Freezing Field, and in the middle of things, Ghost is now going to right-click down Loda, who got left behind by the rest of his team. They'll take down Jonas and Fan as well. No RP in this fight. FN may die here. He may not. It doesn't really matter. They've already gotten so much. And now with the Embrace, they'll keep the Storm Spirit alive as Chappie and Poshka charging in looking for the Ogre. I don't know if the Ogre can survive this. FN using the rest of his mana pool to get in for a little bit of revenge. Such a great distraction play from this Storm Spirit, and I don't know if that Orca is going to kill. No, not quite, but Hanskin teleporting out. Are you serious? Cogs will grab him in and get the kill. That zoning play from the Storm Spirit, though, pulling 3 heroes back towards the southern area, and then that separates them from the Troll Warlord, who was in Roche to start things off. Remember, like, he needed to fall back with his team, but the team was preoccupied with the Storm Spirit. They couldn't pay attention to their Troll, and Loda was left for dead. Perfect Storm play from the Empire side, and Alliance discombobulated. At least they still have the RP. Jonas and Fan hit that cancel button quickly enough. But still another crushing fight for Empire. 5-15, and much like in last game, it is a drastic edge for the Dire. That will continue to grow as they have more split push opportunities than Alliance, which will give them more farm in the long run. Everyone from Alliance, we could see, they're scared. They're grouped up. They're wandering about and farming as a team. Loda's farm, even with some power, still behind that of the Terrorblade. We could see, like, at least versus Roshan, how much sustained damage Troll Warlord is able to put out. But he just doesn't, it seems like, doesn't have the backup in these team fights in order to sit there and right-click people. He's just dying way too quickly. His allies are dying way too quickly. He just doesn't have enough burst damage. His sustained damage over time is unchallenged. But as far as killing off a hero really quickly, that's not what he does. That's what Terrorblade can do with this. Who also is no slouch in the sustained damage output game either. Orchid now on the Storm Spirit. OD. It's Hurricane Pike and a Blink. Lots of mobility for Limp. If he's able to stay on the outskirts of the engagement, firing in, this OD can still do a lot of damage. Int gain on Terrorblade, on Axe, on Clockwork isn't really the most spectacular. Just charge up that ultimate, land it. Definitely potential here for the OD if he's able to, again, find those opportunities. With so many blinkers, so much initiation on the Empire side, you would expect someone to be able to challenge the OD and at least distract OD from the main engagement. Tower down, and Terrorblade is Eye of Scotty, already picked up, now has evasion in his inventory. Storm Spirit wants CM, is gonna silence her. Mercy, please, FN, don't be like this. Oh, guys, finally the CM survives. Feels good, man. But that was mostly because of that Force Staff. Fan is going to be hit with a little bit of chip damage, and the sentry will be cleared. Limp doesn't go for this Observer. FN jumps in, jumps out. He has an Orchid and a Bloodstone and an Aegis, so he is fully confident in making these plays. And the tower will be chipped down slowly but surely by Chappie. Rax available. Limp gonna jump in. Call immediately is there, trying to pull the Ogre out of his base, but with the Imprisoned, they'll save him. But that's not the concern here. The concern is over in mid. Hookshot in, trying to save Chappie from the skewer. They do get him out of there. Freezing Field from EGM, not gonna last that long as Chappie's gonna let loose into him. Troll Warlord in the cogs will lose his head. Now the jump in from FN, looking for Limp. And they will imprison the OD, but he's going to pop back into a Static Remnant at the very least. And a couple of extra heroes. And a dunk. No! Dunk from Ghost Stick. Okay, well, that was still a good fight for Empire. Even without the dunk, they take mid racks. They're going to take bottom racks too, it seems. Still RP is available, but even if you land an RP, there's no follow-up to it. They jump in, silence up the Magnus, and chop his head off. Ivory trade is going to be having an influx tonight. We got Axe caught in the back. He will fall. Notice some fan looking for an RP, but gets caught up in the curse. The blink out from the Winter Wyvern. No, TP out from the Winter Wyvern. We'll get her out to safety, and poor EGM nowhere near safety. We'll Storm Spear for the up team's time. 074 CM feels terrible. Storm is still just fine here. Limpet Hanskin pushing forward as Loda is stalking Miposhka right now. Second guessing it. Oh, FN picking off Hanskin in the back. Now picking a fight with the OD. Hookshot is going to stun Loda and get the clockwork on top of the OD. This teamwork from Empire and the hesitation from Loda, absolutely insane. This Storm Spirit, he has so much mana regeneration. Loda is perfectly spotted right now. Observers and sentries up on the high ground. Poshka wants to fight this, and Loda, he just should get the hell out of here. Shivas, oh, he's gonna overshoot. Actually, no, there's another target down here. It's the Magnus. RP once again will be not used. It's Miposhka picking a fight with Loda with the evasion. Loda's just having trouble doing the damage needed. He will finally get the kill, but at what cost? FN will get another one. 9-0 and 8. 27 Bloodstone charges. GG is called. 30 minutes in. Oh, geez. This game was much like the last game. What happens when you put all your eggs in this Troll Warlord or